Oh yes. That time. Welcome to PoGokeRo's Redstone Lapis Lazuli. Hey, what's up? I'm here at the top of my base. So over there, that is west. Okay, let me turn this down a bit. Wow. Yeah, it's cool. What a nice beat. Yeah. So over there is west. We watch the sunset. And so west of my base is grandmother the Florence Larson Memorial Gold Farm, which is great. And then south of my base is the iron farm slash well, I'm gonna make it into a furnace, a better furnace, and the 0-tick bamboo farm. Beyond that is further south is the breeding pod, and down there is where I collect the villagers. Then over there, up here is what I'm making is the villager trading hall, which I'll get to eventually. But I want to make a creeper farm first because I like to fly a lot. It's a lot of fun and it uses a lot of rockets. And you need gunpowder to take care of all those rockets. Oh, wait a minute, one moment. My coffee is not going. It went and then it stopped halfway through. That's weird. All right. Well, there we go. So, see, and over there, I forgot what I was talking about, but over there is Drano, and I haven't gone there in a while, so let's go check that out. So, I'll eventually fix Drano again, but the problem I had was the closest nether nether gate in the nether to that massive complex over there was the one built here in Drano. So when I turned on the automatic pig farm over there, pigman farm, what happened is there was backflow into the portal, the nether portal over here, which then linked up to Drano, which meant a bunch of pigmen came and invaded Drano. There was like, oh man, there was like 100 of them at least. And so I died I didn't know this, and then so I died many times trying to clear out this place from all the pigmen. But now it's just kind of like sad. Nah. It's like yeah, you can't grow anything out here. But hey, that's a great landing pad, right? Amazing. It was like easy to hop from over here to there. Nice. All right. So, but I had to clear out all of the pigmen. There were so many pigmen here. It was ridiculous because of the backflow. Okay, and down in here are a bunch of villagers. They're safe. They probably don't like being in there, but they're safe because there's a bunch of monsters out here right now. All right, okay. So eventually, what's going to happen is the next update will come out, and Minecraft Bedrock will have functional iron farms. So I want to combine iron farm with creeper farm with probably a crop system. And that crop system is going to feed over to the market over here. So that's nice. Look at all those guys just chilling in the pod. Oh, I'm not going to make it. That's alright. So yeah, eventually we're gonna have this place be a grand market of ideas. And this guy is selling efficiency 5 for 17. What a deal. And this guy is selling mending for 26. Ouch. I can probably find a better deal eventually, but that takes time. And there's no need to subject them to zombie torture. I found out that I got this to work, but then I find out, oh, you don't need it. It doesn't do anything really. It just makes the people suffer. That's the only thing. You don't need to convert them to zombies. Okay. So yeah, I did that. I'm gonna convert this iron farm eventually and make a creeper farm. And I got a bird because I started doing I started going to the jungle to chop down wood. I got a bunch of wood, jungle wood now, so that's nice. And with those jungle wood, I got a lot of jungle trees. Where'd they go? Right there. No? There we go. Yeah, jungle saplings, so I can make giant trees. Those are great, and they're easy to chop down. A lot of wood and easy to chop down. Okay, man, this is super loud. Alright. Alright, so I did that. I'm still cooking glass, because that's another thing. With the shulker box, you can gather so many resources, and you don't have to run back. And I'm running out of shulker boxes because they're so useful. So I think I'm gonna have to go back to the end and raid it again. But that's for another time. And it'll be easy to do it because I'll have all these shulker boxes, or I'll have elytra wings already. See that? Bah, bah, bah. And why do I need all these shulker boxes? Because eventually I want to fill up this guy with shulker boxes, so I can carry my base wherever I go with me. It'll be so nice. I don't want. I mean, yeah, I can expand it out like this, but if I want to move bases, I can put it in a shulker box and fill my ender thing, and then go out there just carrying an ender box. So I always have my base with me. Even if I die or I lose all my stuff, I can make a new base to make a new ender box and then get my stuff back. So it's like a save file, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of neat. Ooh, that has stuff in it. Sand. I need empty shulker boxes, because this episode I'm gonna go mining. Yeah. So I don't need rockets to mine, but I need food. Okay, that looks good. So yeah, let's go to the mine. Here I am, there's my mine, there's my base way up there. Yeah, pretty far. Over there is the skeleton farm. And then I just, dug out a bunch of places. And then over here, that one, I dug 2,000 blocks. No! And I filled a bunch of shulker boxes that way. So let's try that again. Let's go find a spot to dig in and just go straight. Oh, I need torches. Do I have any coal anywhere? I have to go get it. Oh yeah, I do. I have 5 coal. Oh, that's a start. Hopefully it's fine coal before I use up all my torches. Okay, like right there. Okay, so what's going on in the world? Lol. I'm hoping that people are starting to see what's going on in Washington, and I know a lot of people don't have the extra energy to be watching for this stuff, but if you do have the energy, I hope you're using it to pay attention. Oh. Gravel! But hey, look, there's coal. So, what's going on in Washington? Donald Trump and the Republic has just been breaking the law all over the place. All over the place. The main thing is, man, I cannot mine and talk at the same time. That's not gonna happen. That's not happening. I'm gonna just back out. Yeah, I can't mine at the same time and talk. Okay. So, yeah, let me show you on a slide screen here. Actually, here, I don't want to be at the bottom of mine. You guys want to look at the pretty view. Need my rockets now. Yeah, I can't be talking and here, let's go to the rainbow. It's been a while. I need to expand it to the build limit. Alright, so I can do this. Oh yeah, nice. Ah! Great landing. Alright. Cool. Oh, is there a bird here? Yeah. What's up, bird? Okay. So let me show you a picture of what's going on. Pull it up here. All right. Sorry, I gotta work these windows again to make things fit. Okay. I should have did this ahead of time, I guess. But let me tell you how much work this is. Okay. Now I gotta go this way. All right, let's see. This guy. So over here. First of all, yeah. Let me do this first of all. This is the sign I carry with me when I protest. Just so you know what I'm showing people. And what happens. Okay, this sign is really, really, really good. It's like magic because for some reason Nazis have a problem. They have to come out. It's like a what's it called? It's like a mirror, and you find out which one it reflects off of. Which people. You know how light works? the way that you see color in light is the light from the sun is all the colors, everything. It's all the colors. White light is all the colors mixed together. So it's all coming down. And a thing like a rose will absorb all of the light. It doesn't matter what it is. It'll take it all. It'll accept all of it. Except for the wavelength that is red. When it hits red, it bounces off. Bing. The red wavelength of light, all the other light gets through, but the red wavelength bounces off. And then when it bounces off of them, and then you look at it, and it hits your eyeball. You're like, ding! Oh, that thing is red. And the same thing with the leaves, right? The light, all of the wavelengths hit the leaf, all of them. White light is all of the wavelengths put together. And then the leaf accepts all of the light. It takes all of it. Yes, give me all of the light, except for the green wavelength. If it's green, boom, it bounces off. And then it hits your eyeball, and you say, hey, that plant's green. It's reflecting the green wavelength. So I hold up this sign. I hold up this sign. And it reflects all of the light, except for the Nazi wavelength. The Nazi wavelength bounces off my sign. And then it goes out, right, into the crowd of people that I'm showing the sign to. And if you're not a Nazi, it'll just like pass right through you. You don't see anything, right? But if you're a Nazi, you react. You have a reaction. You have a reaction if you're a Nazi. So I'm like, hey, that guy looks like a Nazi. So hey, let me show you how. I mean, okay. So there are 3 ways I did it. Showtime. Okay. The 3 times I did it, some white guys did the Heil Hitler sign. They did it with their arm. They did it. They totally did it. They did it too fast for me to take a picture. They didn't want me to take a picture, but they did it. Don't tell me there's no Nazis here. I've seen them. They come out. Okay. And then, so Nazis have to react. And so I asked the Nazis, hey Nazi, how many terms will President Trump serve? And all the Nazis tell me the same thing. All the Nazis tell me the same thing. He's going to serve 1 term. The Nazis say, yeah, he's 1 term. He's a 1-term president. Okay, Nazi, thanks. How many terms will Donald Trump serve? 1 term. It's a 1-term president. Yes, he's a 1-term president. How many terms will he serve? What's that there? 1 term. A 1-term president. Okay, great, thanks. What else do I got? That guy is just waving, I think. Yeah, he's just waving. He's like, 5 terms. I'm like, no. Nah, Donald Trump wants 5 terms, but he's not gonna get it. So yeah, those are Nazis. That's what my sign does. When I hold my sign, that's what they're doing. Yeah, when I hold my sign, Nazis have to come out. They have to come out. And it's funny. To me, it's just hilarious because, like, man, when I was a kid and I saw wizards and stuff like that, like, I didn't understand what magic was. And I'm not saying I understand what magic is now. No, I'm not saying that. Like, but it looks like, to me, it looks like magic. When I can write things on a sign, create a sigil on a sign, and then use this to reflect light to make monsters come out of the dark. It's amazing. It's so funny. It's so funny. Wow. It's so funny. Okay. Okay, so there was this guy on Twitter. Let's see, go back to infant view. This is guy on Twitter. His name, let me make me a little bit smaller again. His name is, what is his name? Judd Legum. He wrote a list of 20 things that Trump did. Let's go down these lists, right? He did this on Twitter. Since Trump has been acquitted, he's done a whole bunch of terrible, terrible things. So let's look at these things that he's done. All right. Oh, too small to read. Let me fix that for you. All right. Let me make me even tinier, out of the way, like. Okay. Number 1. Trump was acquitted by the Senate on February 6th. Since then, he's been on an absolute rampage. This thread by my homie Judd Legum explains it. Okay. Trump fired ambassador to the EU Gordon Sondland because remember Gordon Sondland is the guy. Remember he testified, and under testimony he testified 3 times. The first time he testified, he said, "Oh no, nothing was wrong, nothing happened." And then everyone else testified, and they all said, "Yep, something happened. Yep, something happened." Gordon Sondland knew. Yep, something happened. And then Gordon Sondland came out the second time and said, oh, "Okay, yeah, maybe something happened, maybe, but I don't know what was up." And then more people testified and said, "Oh yeah, Gordon Sondland knew what was up. That we have emails and everything else." So the third time, Gordon Sondland came up and testified under oath and said, "Yeah, no, we changed what I said before under oath. I actually meant yes, something was going on, and everyone knew what was going on." and Gordon Sondland gave Donald Trump $1 million in order to be ambassador to the EU. So this guy was trying to please Trump, which is why he lied 2 times under oath on 2 separate times. He had to change his statements 2 times. So this guy had to testify. He was subpoenaed 3 times. Or I don't know if he was subpoenaed, but he had to testify 3 times. And he said that everyone knew. So Donald Trump, now that he's been acquitted by the Senate, he's like, "Oh, I'm above the law." So he fired this guy, Gordon Sondland. Why would you fire a guy for following the law? Oh, because he's following the law. And if you're a criminal president, you don't want people to follow the law. You want people to do your bidding. So, yeah, he got fired by, that's the first thing. The second thing, what's it? Well, the third on this list. Trump fired Lieutenant Colonel Alexander S. Vindman, who provided damaging testimony in the impeachment inquiry. Do you know who Vindman is? Do you remember who he is? Do I still have that picture? I don't have it, like, available. I don't have it right now. It's on my big thing here, on my big here. Oh yeah, I'll just do it that way. Where's my big one? Nope, not that one. Man. What have I done? I've got too many things going on here. And I'm not organized enough to be doing it. I need to organize myself. I didn't even think I was going to do this. Oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah, this is awesome. So if you look over here, oh shit. Okay. Lieutenant Colonel Vindman is this guy right here. He's the guy who swore under oath what was going down. And he's the one who said that here in America, right matters. It matters if you're telling the truth. It matters if you do the right thing. It matters. It's not like Russia where he left and he fled. So that guy he got fired because he testified under oath about what happened. Donald Trump fired him. Okay, what's the next thing? Oh man, I like went all over the place for that. Okay, go back. So Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman got fired. Trump then called on Vindman to be investigated by the Pentagon. Trump was like, "Oh, Pentagon, you should investigate this guy for being a bad guy because he testified against me." Man, see that's Donald Trump messing with stuff. He has absolutely no interest in the well-being of the United States. He's all about Donald Trump, and now he's getting revenge, is what he's doing. Okay, the next one. Trump attacked his former chief of staff, John Kelly, for defending Vindman, saying Kelly had a legal obligation to keep his mouth shut. What? No, he didn't. He's a former chief of staff offering his own private opinion. You can't tell a private citizen what to do. That's ridiculous. Oh, man. Okay. Trump ordered the removal of John C. Rood, a Pentagon official who told Congress that he had cleared the release of military aid to Ukraine, and Trump withheld it anyways. So yeah, like, we're trying to, okay, Congress, like, remember the whole trial? Congress appropriated money to go to Ukraine to help them fight the Russians, and Donald Trump held it back. He's still doing it. Well, this guy, Rood, he went ahead and try to do it anyways. And because he tried to do it anyways, because that's what Congress said, and that's what was supposed to happen, and Trump blocked it again, but because he tried to do it anyways, Trump is getting him fired, or got him fired. Okay, what else do we got here? Trump called the Justice Department sentencing recommendation for his longtime political advisor, Roger Stone, horrible and very unfair. Well, maybe the sentence guidelines are too harsh. Maybe. That's a thing, right? That could be a thing. But that has nothing to do with Roger Stone. Donald Trump didn't care until it was his buddy Roger Stone. Not his buddy, his co-conspirator. So we know that Roger Stone worked with WikiLeaks and worked with the Russians to coordinate an information dump. Let me show you that one. Where's that at? Did I keep it? Oh man, I don't know where I even leave half this stuff. I'm sure I did. I just gotta figure out what I did with it. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, nope. Okay, anyways. Man, I need to get organized. What did I do with that? Here, wait, I need to do that one. Show desktop for a second. Oh no, everything's gone. I hope it's not. I hope it's still recording. Alright, well, I can't find it right now. Alright, so, anyways, Roger Stone's a bad guy. He worked with the Russians to overthrow our democracy. And Donald Trump is trying to get him out of prison before he talks. Because Roger Stone doesn't want to go to prison. Okay, number 8. Trump cheered Attorney General Barr when he intervened in the Stone case to withdraw the sentencing recommendation. 4 prosecutors on the case resigned in protest. So what that means is that the Department of Justice is supposed to be independent of the president, because the Department of Justice can't administer justice impartially if the president is always pushing on the Department of Justice to do something that helps the president. That looks real bad. That means the Department of Justice isn't acting in the interest of the United States or in the interest of justice, but in the interest of the president. So it's not really fair anymore. It's not fair. And that way you have to resist it. Okay. So, but Billy Barr is like a Trump stooge. He'll do whatever Trump wants him to do. That's why Billy Barr got the job. It's because he's an outlaw, and he'll break the law in order to help his buddies, Trump. So Roger Stone was supposed to have a sentencing of 7 to 9 years for what he did. Because not only did he lie to the president, but he like threatened he threatened witnesses. He threatened them, and it made those witnesses have to wear a disguise and not live at their house. They had to move somewhere else because they were afraid they were being watched by this guy who's threatened to hurt him or threatened to kill his dog. like John Wick style. Like what? That's some mafia crap, man. That's crazy. That's bad. So yeah. So this guy's supposed to go in prison, and then Bill Barr is like, "Oh yeah, we've been arguing for years that this is what this guy should be getting, but for him, we want to just cut it in half. we want to just totally disregard that. It's too harsh. Not for our own guy. It's too harsh. We can't do it." And the 4 prosecutors who were working on the case, they're like, "What? What? Oh, forget you. I'm out of here. I worked hard on this case, and you're just gonna throw it away like that? That's obvious. It's obvious what you're doing." So yeah, okay. Trump attacked the judge presiding over Stone's case, Amy Berman Jackson, as biased, falsely accusing her of placing his former campaign manager Paul Manafort in solitary confinement. That's a lie. Judge Jackson did not do that. She did not order that. That's a lie. So what Trump is doing is just making up stuff and trying to threaten the judge, pressure the judge into giving a lighter sentence for his buddy Roger Stone. He doesn't do that for anyone else, only his co-conspirators. You gotta see it, you gotta see it. If you just look, you'll see it. It's real easy to see. Okay, the next one. Trump withdrew the nomination of Jesse Louis, who oversaw the Stone prosecution, to a top department position. So Jesse Louis was supposed to be going to like a top position, but because they were just the supervisor of the prosecution, Trump is enacting revenge and saying, "No, you can't go there. I'm denying you your promotion." That's what Trump is doing. So he's going after revenge after all these government positions. Trump asserted he has the legal right to order Barr to intervene in any criminal case. No, he doesn't. No. The Department of Justice is supposed to be independent of the president. That's why Republicans were all upset that Bill Clinton even talked to Loretta Lynch on the tarmac while they're like on the tarmac at the airport. The Republicans were so angry at Bill Barr and Loretta Lynch because it looked like Bill Clinton. It looked like Bill Clinton was trying to intervene in the case against his wife. And no. But now here we have the president himself saying, "Oh, I can intervene in any case I want." No. All right. The next one, Trump's Attorney General outlaw Billy Barr, assigned an outside prosecutor to review the case against Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn is Trump's former national security advisor who pled guilty to lying to investigators. So Mike Flynn is also part of the conspiracy to work with the Russians. He was an agent for Turkey. He was working for Turkey. There's a picture of him, I should pull it up, of him and Jill Stein sitting at a table with Vladimir Putin. That's crazy. So yeah, Mike Flynn is basically a foreign agent working in the government. And Sally Yates raised the alarm saying, "Hey dude, Trump, guess what? Your dude is a foreign spy. You should do something about it." And what did Trump do? Trump fired Sally Yates. Like, man. So that and then James Comey was on the case. So Trump fired James Comey. And then the next day, Trump invited the Russians into the White House to tell them, "Oh yeah, the Russia thing's done. I fired Jim Comey." Oh my God. Like, it's just obvious if you look. All right. So now Trump is trying to use his buddy Billy Barr to get Mike Flynn out of his guilty plea. So if you know, Mike Flynn lied to the FBI about stuff that he was doing. He lied, and even though the government knew and they tried to help him out, tried to let him know that, hey, dude, heads up, we know what's up, Mike Flynn still lied. He still lied. So, and because he lied, he impeded the investigation into other crimes. He let criminals get away. So it's not just a know-nothing thing. It's like a major deal. I'm gonna add a window here. Video, no. Window capture. Minecraft. Oh, no. Man, I don't know. What is that one? What's it called? Showtime. Called window capture. No, it's called Minecraft Bedrock. That's weird. Anyways, all right. So, what else we got here? Trump commuted the... Yeah. So Trump is trying to spring all his co-conspirators out of prison before they talk. Quick. All right. Trump commuted the sentence of former Governor Rod Blagojevich, who was convicted of trying to sell a U.S. Senate seat. Blagojevich appeared on Trump's reality show and wrote an op-ed for a conservative publication opposing impeachment. So he's busting all his buddies out of prison, is what Trump is doing. All right. Trump pardoned Michael Milken, who was sentenced to 10 years for securities fraud. Milken is a personal friend of Trump's secretary, Steve Mnuchin. So he's busting his friends out of prison. See? Trump pardoned Bernie Kerik, who served 3 years in jail for tax fraud. Kerik frequently defends Trump on Fox News. Ever since he got acquitted, he's busting his friends out of prison. Trump granted clemency to Paul Pogue, who was convicted of tax evasion. Pogue is a major donor to Trump's campaign and the GOP, busting his friends out of prison. Move me out of the way here. All right. Trump commuted the sentence of Judith Negron, who was convicted of a $205 million Medicare fraud scheme and money laundering. Trump diverted $3.8 billion in military funding to build a wall he said Mexico would pay for. And finally, to me this is like the biggest one. Trump ousted the acting director of national intelligence because he told Congress that Russia was trying to help Trump win in the 2020 elections and installed a political loyalist with little intelligence experience as the new DNI. So who is this? Damn it. What was I doing? Did I even make a window for it? I didn't move all the stuff. Hold on. Sorry. What did I do with them all? I had made... Oh, I left it over here. Roger Stone Show. I dropped the Roger Stone Show in here. It's not really the Roger Stone Show, because... but hey. Okay. So, hey, let me go find it real quick. I'll refresh this. Try that. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm terrible at this. I need like another person with me, but hey, that's a story for another time. Roger Stone Show. Okay, so this is the guy who's acting, who's the guy right now, Richard Grenell. So this is the Trump lackey. He's just a lackey. He doesn't really know how to do anything. But he's loyal to Trump. And to Trump, that's all that matters. So if we look over here, the guy that was there before was Joseph McGuire. He got fired because he said, he told the Congress, Russia is trying to interfere in the 2020 elections. Because he said that, Trump fired him. Dan Coates was the guy before, and Dan Coates said, the Russians helped Donald Trump win the 2020 elections. Trump fired him. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what's going on. Clapper, Trump fired, or has been saying all along, oh yeah, the Russians interfered in the 2016 elections. Like, it's obvious what's going on. So there's the thing I was looking for and I couldn't find. So in the Mueller report, we had, this song is not good. I don't like it. All right, in the Mueller report, it says, in sum, the investigation established that the GRU, which is the Russian CIA, it's the Russian CIA. The GRU hacked into email accounts of persons affiliated with the Clinton campaign, as well as computers of the DNC and DCCC. The GRU, which is the Russian CIA, then stole data relating to the 2016 elections from these accounts and computers, and disseminated that data through fictitious online personas, DC Leaks and Guccifer 2.0. So, Guccifer 2.0 was the Russians, and later through WikiLeaks. So they used WikiLeaks to spread the stolen information. The investigation also established that the Trump campaign displayed interest in the WikiLeaks releases, and that, we don't know, we can't say. As explained in Volume 1, Section VB, Infra, the evidence was sufficient to support computer intrusion and other charges against the GRU officers for their role in election hacking. So, the Russians, so remember, this is from The Guardian. The Guardian said that Trump offered Assange a pardon if Assange would say that the Russians had nothing to do with it. He's trying to deny he wants Assange to deny that the Russians were involved. But Assange is saying no. I think he already gave that, he already said that, but Trump didn't give him the pardon. So, like, I don't know, man. All right, look at this. So this is the question that was asked in written form to Donald Trump. Are you aware of any communications during the campaign, directly or indirectly, between Roger Stone, Donald Trump Jr., Paul Manafort, or Rick Gates, and WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, other representatives of WikiLeaks, Guccifer 2.0, representatives of Guccifer 2.0, representatives of DC Leaks? If yes, describe who provided you with this information, when you learned of the communications, and what you know about these communications. Donald Trump probably didn't answer that. I don't know if he did or not, but if he did, he lied. Because if he said he did, that means he's connected to the Russians. Through Roger Stone, through Julian Assange, through WikiLeaks, because they all connect to Guccifer 2.0, which connects to the Russian CIA. So that's why this stuff is important. That's what's going on. I've been up here forever. That's what's been going on. That's what's going on right now. So Roger Stone, they're trying to get him out of prison. And because right now the Russians are attacking our elections. So the big deal is right before the caucuses, right in Nevada, they had a big caucus, and Bernie Sanders won the most votes. Not an outright majority, but the most votes. Bernie Sanders, the day before that, now that Trump controls the intelligence agencies, he installed his lackey. His lackey leaked the knowledge that the Russians were trying to help the Bernie Sanders campaign. So they just leaked a little tiny piece of information, not the whole part, but just a little part, to make it look bad. And so when they said that, all the liberals who were supporting candidates other than Bernie Sanders, all freaked out, and they said, "Oh, the Russians are helping Bernie. The Russians are helping Bernie because yeah, Bernie has to drop out now. Bernie should drop out because the Russians are helping Bernie." And yeah, they were going crazy. They're going nuts. They were insistent that Bernie drop out and that Bernie's a Russian agent, even though Bernie said right away, boom, yo, F off, Putin. We don't want any Russian interference in this. He said the things that Donald Trump has not said yet. Donald Trump had the opportunity to say the same thing, and he didn't do it. Bernie Sanders, bam, instantly, right away. What did Donald Trump say? What did Donald Trump say? Hey, let's pull that up because that's important. That's important. I want everyone to see that again. Man, I gotta do this again. Man. Okay. I took it off and I should have left it. Dude, you gotta name better. This is terrible naming. Da 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 da. Yeah, you have a terrible naming structure for your files here, because I don't know where anything is anymore. Impeachment. No, that's the slides. No. No. Oh, the Biden Bursima show. That must be it. Okay. So I'm going to go like this. Okay. I'm going to make a new thing here. Hold on. Just drag it on there.
For each president, President Trump,
yes.
You first.
Now you can't hear it.
Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016.
I got to go back
Every
to
U.S.
that one.
intelligence agency has concluded that
Trump,
Russia
Putin.
did. My first question for you, sir, is who do you believe? My second question is, would you now, with the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016, and would you warn him to never do it again?
So let me just say that we have two thoughts. You have groups that are wondering why the FBI never took the server. Why haven't they taken the server? Why was the FBI told to leave the office of the Democratic National Committee? I've been wondering that. I've been asking that for months and months, and I've been tweeting it out and calling it out on social media. Where is the server? I want to know, where is the server, and what is the server saying? With that being said,
can I go back to that? I want to redo it.
The question.
For each president, President Trump, yes. You first. Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016. Every U.S. intelligence agency has concluded that Russia did. My first question for you, sir, is who do you believe? My second question is, would you now, with the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016, and would you warn him to never do it again?
So let me just say that we have two thoughts. You have groups that are wondering why the FBI never took the server. Why haven't they taken the server? Why was the FBI told to leave the office of the Democratic National Committee? I've been wondering that. I've been asking that for months and months, and I've been tweeting it out and calling it out on social media. Where is the server? I want to know, where is the server, and what is the server saying?
What is the server saying?
With that being said, all I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be, but I really do want to see the server. But I have confidence in both parties. I really believe that this will probably go on for a while, but I don't think it can go on without finding out what happened to the server. What happened to the servers of the Pakistani gentlemen that worked on the DNC? Where are those servers? They're missing. Where are they? What happened to Hillary Clinton's emails? 33,000 emails gone, just gone. I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone so easily. I think it's a disgrace that we can't get Hillary Clinton's 33,000 emails. So I have great confidence in my intelligence people, but I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today.
He threatened you?
And what he did is an incredible offer. He offered to have the people working on the case come and work with their investigators with respect to the 12 people. I think that's an incredible offer. Okay?
12 officers. So yeah, let me land here. What happened to my window? It looks all weird. Well, okay. Yeah. So when Donald Trump was offered when Donald Trump had the chance to talk about if Russian help, he said, "I don't believe the Americans." He says, "I believe Russia. Russia says they didn't do it. Putin says he didn't do it, and I believe Putin. The Americans are wrong." That's what happened when Donald Trump did it. When Bernie Sanders was asked that question, like, "Oh, what do you think about the Russians trying to help you?" He said, "Screw the Russians. I hate them. I don't want their help. I don't want them to interfere." He said, "Don't interfere in American elections." He said that. My window's all messed up. That's weird. I don't know. All right, I mess with stuff too much. But yeah. Duh. That's funny. Donald Trump had the chance to do it, and he didn't do it. Instead, he went to Russia and said, "Oh yeah, I believe Russia, not the Americans." So yeah, that's what's going on, guys. That's what you have to understand. This election's about. Like the government, not the government, but the Republicans are trying to destroy democracy. They can't handle democracy. They don't want democracy because they can't hold power in a democracy. Like they're based on white supremacy. White supremacy is a dumb thing. White supremacy is get back over here. Is anti-American. I mean, the whole premise of America is based that it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. What matters is the content of your character. And so, if your idea is, oh, it does matter where you come from, and it does matter what you look like and what you believe in, well, then that's not American. It's real easy. So, okay. So I guess it's like two different ways of looking at it. What's going on in the United States. We have one group that thinks things are made like this. That believes it's made like a pyramid. Gotta make sure I do this right. I need to end in 1 like that. There we go. So we have one group of people. They believe this is the way things are. That the way things should be. At the very top, you have not even the Christian God. I don't want to call it the Christian God. I'll call it the evangelical God, the white God, the God of whiteness, the God that says you have to, that God is white and whiteness is good. That's what this is the natural divine order. God said this is. They believe, the evangelical people believe that, or the white supremacists believe that the white God made the world to be like this. And it has to be this way. If it's not this way, then it's wrong. Let me take this out of my hand. All right. Under white God is white man. And the world is given to white men to rule. And they're the ones who know best. So their job, according to these people, is to make sure that this structure stays this way. They want the structure they want society to look like this. That's the shape of society they want. So under white men are white women, because women are not as good as white men, but women are important because they're the vessels through which white men are born. So the white men have to control the white women to make sure that white babies come out. That's what they believe for the white God. This is what they believe. They believe their God is the white God. It's a different God than the Christian God. This God is the white God. It's different. It's not the same thing as the Christian God. All right. So then they go white God, white man, white women, and under them you have all the minorities, mainly men, all the men minorities, and under them you have all the women minorities, and then under them you have all the other people, the non-Americans, not even non-Americans, just the poor people, the ones who are different for whatever reasons. For whatever reason, deviant away from like they can be like a white guy, but they're deviant away from the idea of white God, so they're less than. They're pushed away. And then so the job of the white people or the white men is to enforce this hierarchy. It has to be this way. You have to have the right religion, the right skin color, the right amount of money, because they also believe in prosperity gospel. They're saying that if God loves you, then you'll be rich, and if God hates you, you'll be poor. And if you try to change that, well, then you're changing the way God set it up, and it's wrong. That's what they believe. That's what the white people, the white supremacy believes. So how is this different? I gotta get more bricks. Okay, well, I'll just use gravel. Oh, no. Let's get another color brick. That is their idea. So you see this reflected in all of their policies. Right? Their policies help the rich, and they hurt the poor people. And they disenfranchise people who are not white. They try to get them so they can't vote because they're not allowed to have power. All right. In their idea. All right. So then another way of looking at it would be, this is gonna be kind of hard to make. Let's see. 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Oh. See, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1. Is it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't think I did it right. Yeah, this is not here. I don't think I did it right. Something's wrong here. So 2, 3 like that. So this says this is the center. It's not like that. Oh man, I messed this up. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1. Oh yeah, right here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Man. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna get this eventually. I should have made this ahead of time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. 1. 2, 3. There we go. I think I got it. I think that's it. Big circle, right? Okay. So there's one structure of society. A pyramid. That's one way. Another way of looking at it is this way. No. All right. In this way, God is in the center. God the center. And your position to God isn't really dictated by which direction you're in, but by how close you are. And so you can either be closer or further away, or like way out of it. It's like just gone. So the idea is to get as many people as possible, as close as possible to the center, to the middle. So how do you get the most people in the middle? You spread the energy around, right? Because the middle is God, and God is truth. Over here, God is power. That's how you have your two different things. All right. White supremacy is about power. That's what they worship. It doesn't matter if you break the rules, because if you're powerful enough, then you're allowed to break the rules, because it's in the service of a higher good or whatever, of maintaining the structure. So the people up top can break the rules if they're okay, because they have the power, and power is God, and that's what they worship. Over here, it's not that way. It doesn't work that way. Over here, the middle is truth. That's what's actually there. And truth is an aspect of God. Another aspect of God is love. Look at that! Look at that! What? Yeah, all right. He just spawned down here in the caves. Are you nuts? That's crazy, dog. There goes your buddy, and there goes you. Burn. That's okay. Oh wait, now this is annoying. All right, well, so the deal is, yeah. So the truth is love. That all is full of love. And I don't know how to explain that anymore. I don't know how to get there to explain anymore. But it's all about love. So the thing is, you want to get as many people as close to this as possible, to the center, and there's no limit to how much you can, how close you can, how many people can be close, right? There's no space. Like the problem with 3D is that you can't have like multiple people, multiple things on top of the same thing. But when it comes to God, you can have as many people as close as possible, and it doesn't matter if you're close on this side, or if you're close on this side, or if you're close on this side, or close up here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you're close as you get there. Where over here, it matters a big deal, right? You have to come through. You have to go through. This is the only way. It's through white males, and like they're the ones who are arbiters of what God wants, and so they're the ones who enforce this structure. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? So right now in the United States, we want to be closer to this way. But white supremacists want closer to this way. White supremacists want to enforce the white people on top, the white evangelicals on top. Not white Christians, because they're not about Christianity. The white evangelicals are about white power. They're the ones who preach prosperity gospel, that rich people are rich because God wants it that way. But it's not that's not true. That's power. That's when you worship power. But when you worship love, it's totally different. It's a different idea. Different shapes of society. All right. I think that went enough for me for today. Thank you for listening. America, I think we got this. Yeah, there's information warfare that's going on. It's going on right now, and they're trying to get you confused. I like all the Democratic candidates except for Mike Bloomberg and Tulsi Gabbard. Forget them. They're not even there. I mean, so like Elizabeth Warren is awesome. Bernie Sanders is awesome. Like the other guys are pretty good too. They're better than Trump, but like remember what I said the last time we had an election. Like this is like a Greek phalanx where we got to cover each other against the real enemy, who are the Russians, the Putin, again, Turkey, not the Turkish people, but the leader Erdogan, Mohammed bin Salman, bad guy. All these bad guys who are anti-democratic, who are against democracy. The good guys, our friends, are the other democracies, like the EU, South Korea, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South America, a lot of those countries there, Mexico, they're our allies. Like the other democracies are on our side. So we got to like band up again. It doesn't matter so much who is the leader, as long as we know the leader's on our side. That's the deal. So if it's Elizabeth Warren, that's great. She's on our side. If it's Bernie Sanders, that's great. He's on our side. So if it's Donald Trump is not on our side. It's clear. All right. Thanks, America, and I will keep protesting, keep resisting. It makes a difference. I believe it. Believe that it makes a difference. When you express it, you're putting it out there, out of the astral realm and into the material realm. So it makes it matters. It's recorded for real. Let me give you a poem. I have a poem that I wrote and I haven't finished it. So let me finish it. Let me read you this poem. Oh no, this way, and then I'll go. All right. This poem rhymes only in American. I'm not dead yet, but death is coming for me. I'm not dead yet, but death is coming for me. Death is coming for me. I'm not dead yet, but death is coming for me. Entropy follows with a cop-like tenacity. I can reload words, lock poems in the saddle, pre-order verbs and watch the chance barrier shatter, but the GM knows I'm up a tree without a paddle. Rules were told, there is a creek, you have no ladder. I got X number of hours to rock the mic like a mortal. Watch my face and my body succumb to the coil of gravity. My stuff wants to go back to the earth. My light wants to join the cosmic background radiation. What magic of improbability that the two would coalesce, even for a moment, whilst on their journey towards eternity. There's got to be some kind of reason for this agony. Even if I made it up, even if it's only a front, as long as the outcome is the same. My light shines through in a blaze. Only through sheer tenacity of will am I able to splice together three-dimensional snapshots into a coherent narrative. Every day I wake up and have to perform actions in a repeated fashion through space and time, a ritualistic fashion, in a way writing four-dimensional code with my body, dance, to make time protein folds the RNA that is my daily routine. The day is never gone because the next day is built atop of it. I implore you, most charitable, give attention. Don't drop the focus. It's imperative, or the whole train of thought derails. Concepts would fail to gain expression through details. Glossed over in the rush to recover. Opportunity costs that cannot be measured because spirit is immeasurable. Pay attention. Words have meaning, and meaning has power. Ergo, you are a wizard. You are a pirate. You are the captain, the pilot who flies a spaceship made of flesh. You are the billions of molecules holding up a temple of material to summon a spirit of guidance. You become the lightning rod for divine intervention. You are the neural receptor awaiting serotonin. Dearest audience, you are my girlfriend and lover. Therefore, I am a sorcerer, practitioner of magic, exploits paradox, superposition of meaning when entendres are multiplicative. Brains are sick with them. Endless possibilities given with one breath and a mode to perseverance. I can seriously conjure yellow fireballs in your brains by virtue of our shared communion. You let me into your house, and I presume to paint the walls with passion through and through, but out of respect of your trust, I'll not be a fuss. I'll leave simple gifts in lieu. I'm not dead yet, but death is coming for me. Point of contact between heaven and earth. Meet sack and pilot, engineer and architect. One little nodule on the bleeding edge of a fractal grows in directions in which I'm unable to point with my finger. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Peace. Until next week. PoGokeRo out.